Hi friends, it's Megan, and if you're new and watching me for the very first time, welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Thank you all for joining me. First of all, I want to wish you all a very happy new year. I hope your new year is off to a great start. I know I'm filming this on January 5th, and you may not be seeing this actually until a little bit later, a few days later on the weekend. But I do hope your week is going well and your new year is going well. So as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm going to be sharing with you my planner lineup for 2023. I am hoping to minimize redundancy and overlapping of ideas, but I know that for me, that's probably never going to completely happen. There's always going to be a little overlap. So here is what I have. I like to think it's actually quite small. I actually have one book that kind of goes along with the planner that I'm using. And for my everyday daily stuff, there's only one or two planners that I'm actually using on a daily. So let's go ahead and get into this. I will leave at the very end of this video a little bit of an update on why I've been away for a couple weeks, but I'm gonna put that at the end of the video if you're interested in hearing or seeing a little bit more about, if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about what's been happening in the last month. But other than that, let's get into the planners. So the very first planner is going to be this Traveler's Notebook passport size. This is actually my wallet. I do have a planner set up for this where I showed when I purchased this item and then actually set it up. Since then, I have been using it daily as a wallet. I'm not going to show you because my credit cards and my ID are in there, but there is this blank notebook. And to be honest, I think, did I film that in August or something? Since then, I haven't used very many pages of it. I don't reference it that often. So this is going to continue to stick and stay in my wallet, but I do know I don't use the actual notebook that often. Now, I did purchase a dated calendar for the passport, the Traveler's Notebook passport. I might switch out that empty notebook or blank notebook for the dated calendar. My original plan was that if I was on the phone or scheduling a meeting and didn't want to try and reference the Google Calendar or the Apple Calendar at the same time that I'm trying to navigate, I didn't want to navigate that while being on my phone. I could use my dated calendar in the Traveler's Notebook. I'm not actually sure if that will be effective for me, so I might end up using this notebook, the dated notebook, as maybe a gratitude or just like a mindful moments sort of thing. I haven't completely settled on it yet, but that's what I'm thinking and leaning towards. Anyway, that is the first one. I do use this on a daily just because I pull it out. I use it. I live in Boston, so I use our metro system, which is the MBTA, and we have Charlie cards. So I do use the Charlie card. It's back here, and I just tap to get into the subways and buses. The tap, the RFID or whatever it is that registers the card, does go through this first thin layer of the Traveler's Notebook, so it's no big deal. I don't have to open this up or anything. I really like that. And I like that it's a little bit different than like a typical wallet. It's also a notebook. All right, the next notebook / planner that I'm going to be using is the Sterling Ink B6 size, and this is the full year with the black cover. I did get the clear cover that Sterling Ink is also selling on their website because I did want to have a little bit more protection of that cover because it is a little bit thinner. So far, I'm enjoying it. It does have the gold edging. I will leave a link to my unboxing of this planner, and this is the one that I am using. So it does have monthlies all at the beginning. It has weeklies, and then there are blank pages, a year's worth of blank pages where you could do dailies or have collections, whatever you would like. I have not yet filmed it because I'm not done, but I will have a setup for the yearly setup and then also a January setup as soon as I finish them. I'm a little bit behind. So anyway, that is the B6 planner from Sterling Ink, and that is something that I do look at daily and I am referencing daily. However, I'm not taking this with me when I go to work. This does stay at home. So I think that's also where like the wallet and that dated planner might come in handy. The next planner or journal that I'm trying to use daily, but honestly probably will not be able to use daily, is this, and it is my Hobonichi 5-year journal, and this is in the A5 size. So I had this in my lineup last year because it started last year in 2022, and I was semi-successful in completing the dates. Honestly, I probably only have a third to a quarter of the dates, the total days filled out from last year. Some months, mainly the beginning of the year, a little bit in the middle of the year, I did really well. And then towards the end of the year, I just fell off from writing in this and was not consistent at all. So I'm gonna try and go back and do a little bit of journaling for previous dates from last year, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna stress about it. I think I'll give myself a couple of months, but like after March, I don't wanna go back and think about 2022 anymore. So if I don't get to it by the end of March, that's fine. I move on and I keep going with the current year. What I'm trying to do is, if I can't actually get my hands in this and like physically write in it daily, I wanna at least try and on my notes app in my phone, just jot down what I did that day. So that way I can go back and like today, the 5th was the first day I was actually able to physically write in this, but I had 4 days worth of journaling on my notes app in my phone that I was able to reference and kind of copy into this. So I think that's what I'm gonna try and do. I'm gonna use my phone on days when I forget or don't have time to actually get into this, but maybe I have a little bit of time when I'm on the train, commuting home, or like at night when I'm right before I go to sleep. I might try to kind of jot down in my phone those journaling things, and then the next day put it in this. So that's the plan. I'm gonna try and use this daily or at least weekly and fill in all the days. And then the last thing is something I am not planning to touch daily. I'm not planning to touch even weekly. Ideally, I would like to put my hands on this journal weekly, but it is going to be more of a journal and it is going to be more of a personal reflection. And that is going to be this Hobonichi. I don't even have it in the cover, but it's this Hobonichi notebook in the A5 size. I did haul this in my most recent Hobonichi haul, which I'll also leave a link to. It's just a dot grid notebook. There's no dates to it, which also means for me, no pressure. And I am going to be keeping it in this cover. I think this is the Midnight Flamingo cover. Midnight because of the navy blue, and then that hot pink flamingo color, and then it has this really beautiful cover on cover. So I think I'm going to keep the notebook in that. And the idea or the thinking I had for this was for this to be a little bit more of a scrapbook type journal. I've been watching a lot of the like ASMR scrapbooking like videos. There's only 2 people or 2 channels that I actually watch. One is Moment D and the other is, can't pronounce it, so I'm gonna leave it somewhere around here or maybe here. But I'll leave a link to those 2 individuals or those 2 channels that I watch. They have a very similar style, but there are some distinct differences. But it has that, it's that like just layering paper and different kind of scrapbooky items. So I did buy a few of those things myself from AliExpress, and I think I would like to do that in this notebook. And I would like to have there be some actual writing in it. I don't want it to just be like pictures or like images and scrapbooking stuff, like a collage. Like, while that's pretty, to me is also, for me personally, it's a little impersonal. So what I was thinking, because I want to do that kind of scrapbooky collage type crafting, I guess you could say, in this journal, in this notebook, I was also thinking of pulling from this 52 lists project book, just like whenever I'm inspired to do some of that craftiness in the notebook, I would then like leave a space where I could do some journaling, or do the journaling first and then do the scrapbooking on the sides afterwards. I forgot who I got this idea from. It was from another YouTuber. If you know, please leave it down in the comments below. But someone mentioned the idea of using this 52 list project as a way to just kind of do a little bit of journaling or get journaling ideas. And I thought that was a really great idea where I could use this plus be a little bit more creative in the decorative elements. But still have like something personalized in it. So they do have different themes like winter. I think the only thing I want to try and do sooner rather than later is list 1, which is list your goals and dreams for this year. I know I'm already going to be doing it in the sterling ink, but this will allow me to do it in a slightly more decorative way. And then all the other lists, to me, I don't have to go in order. Like list number 2 says, list your favorite characters from books, movies, etc. List number 3 says, list the happiest moments in your life so far. List 23, list all the things that make you laugh. So I feel like other than that first one, which is the goals in the new year, I could do everything else a little bit out of order, unless it's specifically seasonal. So anyway, these two are planning to go together. And that's it. That's my planner stack. So in total, I'm looking at, you know, these 3 things daily or almost daily. And then this one is more of a journaling, art, crafty, scrapbooking, collage type setup. So that's the plan. All right. That's it for this video. I would love to hear down in the comments, what is your lineup? How many books are you using for this year? What are you using them for? I love the idea of having so many different books for very specific things. I just know that I personally cannot keep up with it, at least not at this point in my life. So that's why I'm trying to minimize what I have and minimize the overlap. But as you can see, there's still overlap. I'm working on it. All right. Keep an eye out for the sterling ink setup because I will have that. And yeah, that's it. All right, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you hit the like button. And if you are new to my channel and are interested in seeing more videos from me, planner-related videos, and I am going to be doing some book-related videos as well, I would love it if you tapped that subscribe button. All right, I will talk to you down in the comments and see you in the next video. Bye. Today, I know it's been a little bit of time since I've uploaded. It's been a few weeks, right? The holidays, the end of the year coming, just December coming to an end has been stressful to say the least. My family and I have been on and off sick. I am finally not sick for like the first time in forever, where I don't have any sort of cough, runny nose. It's amazing to not be sick. My husband, unfortunately, is getting over being sick, so there is still someone in the family who is sick. And that, plus the holiday stuff, plus the fact that we have had a little bit more time off, has just meant I've been focusing more on the family and not as much on the YouTube channel and uploading videos. But I am back.